Hi Michael, and welcome to chefmasterclasses.com. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Nerida. Thanks for having me.
Oh, look, thanks for coming on. Now, you are a fantastic writer. I love your stuff. I find it just so real and raw and entertaining. And your blog, of course, is Gastronomy. That's linked from chefmasterclasses.com back to you, and we sort of are sharing content, which is very exciting for us.
Yep.
So how did you become a food writer, Michael?
The writing thing started, I graduated from uni, started off in PR, hated PR except for writing the press releases, and then looked for an investigative reporter job and then got a sports editor job. And that's how the whole sports thing happened. And then just before I came to Australia, I've been here for about 10 years now, I just said, I love food. I'd love to do something else besides just sports and fitness. So let me do some things on the food side. I did a couple stories for Time out in New York and a couple other publications there. Came here and then started banging down doors saying I want to be, I want to do food and travel. And I got a job as the chief sub-editor at Ralph magazine, which was not really what I was expecting, but it kind of got me to the scene. And then from there I just sort of worked freelance at different publications. Was at Gourmet Traveler Wine, working freelance, Gourmet Traveler. And then wound up getting hired by Delicious full-time and did that for a couple of years.
So you can't get a good bagel according to your blog in Australia?
Yes. It's I think it's actually been the most popular blog post that we've done on gastronomy ever. And the answer is no. I've tried bagel places all over Sydney, all over Melbourne. Any chance I get, people are always sending me to another place saying, no, I've actually found the real place. This is the place that actually makes real New York bagels. And every time I go and I'm like, it looks pretty, it's round bread. It's not a bagel. Can
you bring me a bagel back when you go to New York?
Can
you bury one in your suitcase for me?
We've actually tried that once. A friend of mine came over and got stuffed with the sniffer dogs on the way over. So I think the better is actually I've been making them at home, and so we've been making artisan bagels, even toying.
Are they good? Are they the same?
The
ones you make?
They're pretty close. They're real bagels, and
okay.
so really, it's not the fact that it's the water. Some New Yorkers will tell you it's the water. It's not. It's just really, I think people here don't have a really clear idea of what they're trying to achieve in terms of that really doughy texture. It's kind of doughy and moist, and there's really beautiful, thin but really crispy outside layer, and there's a lot of flavor in it. And there's things like malt powder, and you boil them in. I boil mine in molasses water, which again gives it a little bit more flavor and a little bit. It changes the properties of the crust.
At the moment, I know, a little bird told me that you're actually in a real kitchen doing some work experience, and you're actually walking the talk now.
A day a week at TAFE, in TAFE Sydney, doing, everything. Started off with knife skills. Some of it's even just simple things like food safety, and just everything from making sauces, doing classic dishes. I was surprised to find that actually I love chicken Kiev. I'd never made chicken Kiev.
Oh, because it sounds so rich and buttery and
it kind of is, but I quite loved it.
If you were on a desert island, but there was a 5-star lot of staff everywhere at your beck and call, but it's your last meal. What would you order up?
I'd kind of waste them. I should say some really fine dining meal or lobster, but the honest truth is, if it was my last meal, I would just want a beautiful pizza. I love pizza. This body is made of pizza. I used to live in Hoboken, New Jersey. I would go to this place called Benedettinos that has these slices that are like this, and I would go there, multiple times a week. I love the stuff. The best pizza I've ever had is from this place called Pepe's in New Haven, Connecticut. And I'm a New Yorker, so the first time someone told me the best pizza in the world is in Connecticut, I thought they were smoking something. But it is. They've got this coal oven pizza, and it's beautiful. It's got this really beautiful char. The dough's got all this flavor where you really want to eat the crust. Sometimes here I think in Australia we think the crust is something to be avoided.
Or we stuff it full of cheese.
Or we stuff it with cheese, So it's so this is just beautiful, and you'd be happy just eating that extra crust that's left over on the plate, and the whole thing is beautiful.
Can they send you the recipe, and can you print it up for us?
I'm going home in 4 weeks, so maybe I can go and
That's
go
your
and ask
task.
them. I think the first thing is first start with a beautiful coal oven.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Second, get permission from council. We'll work on that bit.
And so, what direction do you want to see things go with food in this country?
I think Mexican would be one of those glaring holes. Pretty much most things from North and South America, because of the proximity,
that's true.
are sort of a bit shy of probably what you'd want. I mean, Mexican food, I think we've done foods. There aren't too many foods we've done worse than Mexican, I think, in Australia.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of excited to try out Mamacita while I'm here in Melbourne.
Mamacita's amazing.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, lots of people have told me to go to different places, try them out. We actually get all the produce that we need to make amazing Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a couple of really beautiful suppliers. One called Monterey Foods, another one called Fireworks Fine Foods in Sydney, and I went to one of them, and they've got 20 types of chilies. I mean, every Mexican product you think you could ever want that I would never expect to find, and they're here. So we've got all the produce. Now it's just someone that takes to
put it together.
Yeah, that has those sense of flavors and how to combine them properly.
So have you got any good inside industry gossip for us?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's always fun things going on. I mean, there's some of the big projects going on. I mean, there's obviously Neil Perry's making his or threatening to make meat pies and sausage rolls at his new enterprise at the casino.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we've got our casino in Sydney now, just trying to steal some Melbourne chefs. I mean,
yes, we've heard about that.
Yeah. So there's that. I'm really excited about Porteño, which is the new restaurant by the Bodega Boys in Surrey Hills, which is going to be Argentinian food.
Oh, fantastic.
So, they've got the whole rockabilly thing going on, and they've bought a purpose-built type of Argentinian, I guess, I don't know, call it a stove. It actually sort of raises up and lifts off the fire to sort of control the temperature of what they're cooking. So I think they'll be able to do sort of whole pigs and other types of large meats. The Argentinians love their meat,
So what top 3 things would we find in your pantry without fail?
Baker's flour. I've just gone on a bit of a bread making craze lately and making my own pizza dough and my own bagels and my own brioche. So it's actually hard to find good bread flour. I actually had to drive all around town and finally found a good baker that was willing to sell it to me. But sometimes it's not easy to always find, so it's good to actually have it right there to sort of pull out and yank out at any time I want to do a bit of baking. The other is chilies. I just love having. I love heat, so I love adding it. Whether it's just for a pasta sauce and just adding some chili flakes, or I've got lots of Mexican chilies which I'm really loving. Things like guajillos and all these things that you may not see that often, and they have really unique. Some have really smoky flavors that are really beautiful. And the other is I've just poached pears a few weeks ago, and I love actually having the simple sugar that's left over from the pear poaching liquid. I use it instead of sugar and put it really into anything. You can put it into teas or into baking, or again poach other fruit. And that little extra bit of the pear flavor just adds that extra dimension that makes it just a bit unique, and people weren't really sure how you sweetened it. And it's they think you're really clever, and really all it is just the poaching liquid that's left over.
I'm going to give that a whirl for sure.
Yeah, and it's economical. It's just left over from your dish. It's it's water and sugar. It's cheap. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and I'm really pleased to have had this time with you, and we are all going to really look forward to reading what you come up with.
Yeah, we're looking forward
journey.
looking forward to sharing lots of good stories with you guys.
Excellent.
And good goss and gastronomy.
Yeah, so
we're going to earn our name.
Yeah, that's right. So head to our blog and check out Michael's latest.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.